Yeah, no, it's been a good week. So happy with it.
I'm in the green, but not that much in the green on the personal side on the day trade. So I gotta get some more money in my pocket. I'm looking at this double top. I don't know. I'm thinking we punch up a little bit higher. This is a nice target. I got this set up for a double top, but
that looks like a great short up there, man.
Yeah.
Once it closes below that trend line, I think that's a day trade and a half right there.
Yeah. I think it's going to go up here though, T. Here's the 5-0 retracement right where that target is. This would be my target anyway, one of my targets.
Yeah. I think so too.
Retracement.
Just however high that thing wants to go, wait for that to close below it. I like that plan.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of those trades and they've been working out fantastic lately.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm going to turn them over to you, my brother, because I got to go eat some chow.
Go get it, man.
Let me stop sharing. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to cancel this. If we go higher, then I'm going to cancel it. But yeah, I'll leave it open. I'll let you guys know in Slack in here. But let me stop sharing for Tony. Let me make that beast the host. You got it, my brother.
All right. I'll get this thing going. SPY's showing some strength. Let's get the screen share on. Love you, man. Have a great day.
Love you, buddy.
Woo! What a party today, my friends. What a party. What a party. How's everyone doing? Are you ready for some options hour? Maybe even some option day trading? Let's go. So we were tracking this guy here. So I'll here, let me pull up Slack. So here's Slack, and this was our oh no, sorry. This was our setup. Retest back up into this little pivot. That's exactly where it went to, grabbed it, came down, made some good money, bounced back up, and now it's starting to break out. So we just exited out of that. Not as big as we would have liked, but you can kind of see where we did. So we got in there. We do have another line up top here. So if the bulls are going to come, this is where they're going to go. If this breaks down, we could get a large mover because I don't believe it's quite ready to drop yet, but this is where the bulls should be at. Let's see if they step in. Anna, what's going on? Rob from South Africa. What's happening? How's the weather in South Africa at the moment? Ooh, we might be trapping some bulls. Could this lead to a big sell-off here? 451 strike puts is what I'd be looking at. It's late in the day, so you don't want to go deeper in the money that expired today. And I would be waiting for some candle closures. That's a little bit early to jump the gun, but this is a great bull trap. I got out of my puts for a win. And because it broke above that, right? It's going back bullish in my opinion, but man, that thing hit this second little trend line like a boss, and it is just cranking now. This could really fall. That sucks. Oh man, I just barely got out. I had to follow my plan, right? And that's the most important thing. Follow your plan. There is another entry here. Let this close super strong down. When it retests back up, I'll get back in. Ain't no thing. 13 degrees Celsius. I'm in Utah, and it is, I don't even know what it is, 80 degrees outside Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius. These whole Americans with their Fahrenheits and whatnot, but yeah, this is a smoking trap right here on SPY, my friends. This could lead to some serious sellage. My target on this is around 449.53. So let's see if we get it. So far, it's just burning those bears. I mean, the bulls, and the bears are just all over that. What a good trap. Traps are what lead to big moves, but you've got to wait for the candle close because this candle could end up hammering out of here. And everyone that jumped the gun too quick, right? If it leaves without us, it leaves without us. Leaves without us, it leaves without us. But we had this thing pegged, man. We had a beautiful little bounce, waited for that close down, grabbed it, and just crushing life. Oh, that is such a good candle. Man, this thing is probably gone. It's probably gone. I'm gonna extend this thing out. There we go. Oh man, I just drew that trend line too. I think we have one more move down, and then that'll probably close us out for the day. Man, it got me. It trapped me out of it. But all good. We'll see again, 50 seconds. I want this to close nice and strong down. Retest back into this trend line will be my cue, or this resistance somewhere up in here. And I can grab those puts again, have my stop up there. High probability that it is going lower. High probability that we are going down. So this support here is going to match up pretty nicely with the touch of this trend line here. So probably bounce that. That's where I'll take my profits, let it retest for one more dip. If you take all this craziness off, we've got a nice head and shoulders here that we actually close below the neckline as well. I was already in up here on this right shoulder. So we closed below the neckline there and then just kind of trapped everybody up. All your bulls loaded in. That's where I got out. I was like, peace, not bearish. And what a good close. All right, so get yourself ready. 451 strike puts is what I'm looking at. Okay. That expired today. If you don't know how to trade options, please do not take this trade. Please paper trade it, practice it. I'm playing with house money. I've already made some good ARage from my previous trade from there to there. Took good profits and then loaded back in, and then it just barely stopped me out there. So I'm going to put an alert just in case I'm yapping and I miss it. But a retest into this area right here is where we want. Now, traps don't usually retest. They usually just drop. So should you chase it? Well, you could, but the further this thing goes away from here, the wider your risk is, which means that's your 1R target. Whereas if I can get in here, I've got a 2R target there. Make sense? But beautiful head and shoulders. You got your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder, your abnormal growth right shoulder, and now it's trying to move. I thought this was gone. When we closed below this, I was like, oh, let's go. And it just needed to stop everybody out. Again, could have a very big move here. Kind of a bummer. That's the way trading goes. But be patient. The people that are not patient are the ones that continue to lose. So if people that jump in here and buy all their puts and go short, and then it comes all the way up to where your entry should be, and they're down, and I get in, and then I'm making 2Rs when everyone else is just making 1R because they chased it. The downside for me is it might just go. It might go without me, and that's okay. Trades leave without me all the time. I do want to keep an eye on this NVIDIA trade. Checking on the 5-minute. I want to go to this little trend that Johnny had drawn, which was just beautiful. See how we broke that? Here's your double top at a resistance, strong close down, crazy volume. This is going to fall. So how can you plan your entry on this? Well, it's made a pretty good move down. The 3-minute, it's probably back up into here would be your entry on this. Short that day trade. Let's find out if it'll do anything for us. That's where your stop would be. Where does it put our, ooh, I'd take this thing all the way back down to these lows. That right there, that setup is a 3.5R trade. Almost, we might as well do 4. 4 just the low. I like it. You want to make money? That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it. Let me move this thing back over here. Spy gone, man. Straight to my target. This alert right here was one of my targets. Oh man, just got me, but follow the plan. I still made some good money on it. I would have made some excellent money on it, but not the case. So made some awesome returns. Let me see here. I'll see if I can't bring my broker up. Does it show any? It does show a little bit of info, doesn't it? Here, I'll just these are from a couple credit spreads and a couple, I don't know if it'll let me show that or not. So this is my day so far. I'm going to try to hide any sensitive info. All right. So that's that. I don't think it can make it any bigger. I'm sorry. So this is my day so far locked in, $3,200. And that was mainly from credit spreads. Mainly from some credit spreads. Do a couple credit spreads overnight, make $3,000 and go live your life, right? So here at Real Life Trading, we try to show you the stuff. So when I'm up here just yapping, you're like, uh-huh, Tony. Yeah. Uh-huh. Cool. There you go. Had some good wins on some credit spreads. We're up another 5,000 on our other trades that I have not locked in yet. And I'm gonna hold out on those guys. Those are gonna be some home runners. Some home runners. Still haven't hit the bottom of this yet. I think we're coming to the bottom here. This guy is gonna get hit. It's going to get hit. Tesla just took care of business for you. Wells Fargo is another bear call spread, by the way, real quick while I'm on this. This is the trade I sold. Sold the bear call spread when we were over here. So I've been in this trade for a few weeks now. Got into it, went a lot higher, but the beauty about credit spreads, I know a few of you messaged me and had grabbed that course. It is an awesome course. If you want the proof right there, I think the course costs $500. I'll show you how to make $3,000. And by the way, I did that with a $20,000. I put, I used $20,000, not max loss, but $20,000 to make that $3,000. So it's not like I used a $400,000 trading account to make that $3,000, right? There you go. So Wells Fargo, that was one of them. Learn how to do these credit spreads, man. They're the greatest thing. I was wrong for like 2 weeks and I still made $1,000 on it. So, over to Tesla. I get distracted. So Tesla coming into the 50 EMA. Let's see what we got. Everything looks like it wants to roll over. Short everything. Short everything. NVIDIA coming up here. I usually only day trade options, so I wouldn't day trade this because they expire in 2 days, 3 days, really, if you count today. So you're not going to make that much money with options. I like same day expirations. That's why I trade the SPY and Q so much. But for shares, I mean, this is, I don't know. You got a 50-50 shot, flip a coin. If you're wrong, you lose $100. If you're right, you make $400. I can do that math all day long. All right, this is a 4-to-1 risk reward. Or if you're risking, $1,000, risk 1,000. If you're right, you make $4,000. If you're wrong, you lose 1,000. Same math, right? All right, back over to SPY real fast. God darn it, SPY. You're going to go straight down to the bottom of this green line. Straight on down. SPY hit my target. That alert's gone. Oh, good times. That's all right. Realistically, based on this head and shoulder pattern, we could be going all the way down to 449.53, but it looks like everything is short right now. Tesla, double top, at a resistance. Will it actually go lower? No idea, but it put in a gorgeous trend line and we just broke it. Technically, we broke it a little earlier. So we broke it here, retested there, and then there's your home run. There's your entry right there off of that trend line. So I'm having trouble with the scanner and indicator. Not all the stocks on the screen seem to be able to be scanned on my indicator. It doesn't pop up money sign even after the scanner goes off. So you can go in there and adjust it. Okay. So you can change individually what stocks are there and you can go in and write that. Make sure that you make sure that you put an alert. And I have a video on there, Sean, of showing you how to do this. If you haven't watched that yet, it's in the course as well. Make sure you put alerts on each and every one of them. I'll see if I can't. Do I have I don't have it pulled up on this. Oh, NVIDIA, you're going to miss everyone by 3 pennies. What a jerk. SPY to target. Okay, so now it'd be let it come all the way back up to here, and it's probably about done. I think SPY is pretty much done. This could pop a little bit, but we're probably going to go to this red line. Oh, what a bummer. Let me see if I can't get. Let me load this thing on. All right. So I've got the Tony Pawlak indicator. If you go, is this it? Hold on. Yeah, so this should be your money sign. You just need to make sure and put an alert, add the alert right here. So you click on the alert and you make sure it's open-ended. Okay. And then you can change whatever you want. And then just do once per bar. If you do once per bar close, it won't do it until that candle closes. You can do once per bar. So just make sure you're on there. And then make sure the condition is the CSI alert. Does that help? And the indicator is not going to pop up a money sign unless the candle closes. When the candle closes, the money side will go off. That's how I just decided to be more conservative with that. So that's when the money will go off. So if you want to be safe, you can wait for the candle close. It is. Yep. There's two of them. So you have that indicator, okay, to scan for them, and then you have another one that you can pull up different tickers, because TradingView will not let us put in, you can only do one alert at a time, right? So you can only do one alert at a time. So one way that we went around that, do I have, I'm sorry, let me see if I can go through all of my stuff here. Right here. Here we go. One way that we went around that was you pull this thing up, and you have to go through each one of these and add an alert. Okay. But this allows you to go in and change what tickers you're scanning for. So both of these are in here. So you have the screener and you have the indicator. Okay. Natasha, this is from my credit spread course. So then you can come in and you can change which ones you want. If you just want to look at 10 of them, cool, just put in 10. But we had to get creative because now this will scan for you whenever any one of these tickers go off. You just need to make sure and put an alert. Click on that, put an alert on each one of these, and that way it'll scan multiple tickers. Yeah. Go to the third one right here. Click on this dotted line. It should. Yeah, what the heck? That's different. Does this one? Object tree. Why won't it let me do it? Some of them won't. Is it because, oh, you know what? It might be that some of the tickers might be gone now. Some of them get delisted. That's why. So you need to just make sure that the tickers in here are valid. I can't. So if I go in here and change this, it won't change on yours. Does that make sense? So one of these tickers in here doesn't exist anymore. And that's why it's not letting me put an alert, because you can't set an alert on a ticker that doesn't work. And I guarantee you that's why some of them are doing it and some of them are not. So if we come in through here, do all the tickers, I think so. And then, so I'm sorry, it's a kind of a pain in the butt, but LRCX, that's there. Lumen, I'm pretty sure Lumen is there too. Yep. So that's what we're gonna have to do. I know Love's there, LVS is there, Lyft is there, LYV. That's there. I'll have to talk to my tech guy and make sure that we have everything figured out. But if I had to guess, there's a ticker in here somewhere that doesn't exist anymore. By the way, this might be a delisted one, because that's not, it shouldn't, the ticker, and granted the tickers can move, but That's what I would do, my friend. If it's not letting you put it in there, that's why. All right. Get this thing off. Man, Tesla was a good short. Let's check on that NVIDIA. Oh, maybe give us a chance, get filled. And by the way, this could come up a lot higher too, but we are just above the neckline. So am I being too greedy? Should I be moving it down to the neckline? Maybe. But if your EMAs are a smidge higher, then I kind of like that. I think that's a better play. But yeah, I'm sorry the alerts are kind of a pain in the butt. That's the only way TradingView would let us do it, because my vision was I didn't want to set. There's a lot of people that don't have the full version, the $50, $100, whatever a month of TradingView. So they limit you to like 10 alerts or whatever. So in order to scan and have an alert on 300 stocks, you would have to go in there and put 300 alerts on there. BBBY is not listed. There we go. Thank you, Rock. That's probably what's going on. And then once we get rid of that and replace it with a ticker. And by the way, you don't have to have that many. I just literally put in as many as I could to make it easy. But this was one way that we got creative where we can only have 10 alerts out there, but they alert us for like 100 stocks. Does that make sense? It was our Jimmy Rig way around their packages for TradingView. So, and we asked them, they said, yeah, that would work. I was like, what if we have an indicator that covers multiple tickers? And they're like, sure. So we did it. It is a little bit confusing and it's a little bit of a pain. But once you have it set up, you have scanners out there running 100 tickers that are giving you setups for credit spreads. So that's all part of the course. So that's where you get that. A lot of people are asking, like, what are you talking about? The indicator you can only have if you buy the course. Because without it, you wouldn't even know what my strategy is of how to use the indicator. Where to sell it, how to hedge it. Man, this is a good breakdown. Everything right now just looks so dang good. I'd be taking my profits on Tesla coming in right now. Some profits, 30%, something. This is about the time to do it. Ooh, could we get some selling into close, man? Golly. I would have taken some profits right there again, right off of that. Yeah, once the scanner, if you look at the end of the scanner, you're going to see the ticker. Oh man, let's go. This red line is the expected move for that head and shoulder. My friends, this could get very, very fun. This could get very fun. Wow. Money. There we go. By the way, we are currently smashing this daily trend line, by the way. I mean, smashing it. So if we close below this, maybe a little bit of a retest tomorrow or a huge gap down. But a huge gap down will be met by some buyers, I would imagine. We are a mile and a half in the sky, and you just slipped and fell out of the airplane without a parachute, right? Like that's the market conditions right now. So this is a perfect example of how these markets could really fall off. Probably heading to the 50 EMA with this open gap. The 20 EMA is where the buyers have always been. So by the way, the day's not over with yet, right? So we could easily bounce and close above this 20 EMA and get going. So it's not over with, but that's a very strong move with 30 minutes left in the day for the bears. I mean, extremely strong. For all of you that are in some puts with me, we're about to get paid, y'all. We are gonna get paid. Let's go. Oh man, you're in an NVIDIA short. The neckline was all it gave me. My little greedy entry there did not play out. So if this is what you played right there, let's see, where are you at right now? You've got to be close to 1R. Oh yeah, you've already hit 1R. That would be a 1R target. Let's see if people bounce. They're going to take their profits, come back up, load in a little bit more. on the 10 EMA and bring that thing straight back down. Yep, perfect, like a boss. Really, I mean, we shouldn't get up above this spot now, right? So I love the move down, give it a little cushion. That's why you're a pro trader, Johnny. So everyone, just so you know, 44416. What a good short, Johnny. You called this double top like an hour ago, man. So now guess what it's going to do? We're going to bounce off the support and we're going to come right back up to here. My entry might actually get hit. You've got left shoulder head, probably going to do a right shoulder fall down. Maybe not, but maybe not. Tesla, same story. Tesla's going to bounce all the way back up to 254.85 if I had to guess. SPY, just getting wrecked over here. SPY is getting hammered. We're getting a lot of volume. This, my friends, this is a huge deal to get a downgrade, by the way. I mean, there was nothing that was going to bring this market down except for something very, very serious. And we're getting it. Wow. This is just crazy. Wild and crazy. Wild and craziness. Finally, give us a freaking pullback. I don't even care if it crashes. I just need a freaking pullback. Trading around the EMAs it's where the trading is the easiest. Trading out in the middle of no man's land is where it's been hard. So on SPY, we've been up in no man's land for like 7 months, it feels like. We've been so far from the EMAs. This is really easy trading. This is very hard trading. And this week is engulfing 2 weeks worth of bulls. So everything's getting ready to go. Another one. Yeah, we've got NVIDIA, we've got Apple. Apple broke a key level today and getting smushed. I was very tempted to buy puts today on Apple, and I dang should have, except the only reason I didn't is because one of my students were like, we've got earnings. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want to buy over earnings. So I had to wait. But maybe, hey, maybe earnings are good and we get a retest back up to here and then I'm buying puts. You know what? I'm putting an alert there to do that exact thing. This little baby gap. You know what? Put it on the gap. Put it on the gap right there. Open gap. That's where it's going on earnings. I have no idea, my friend. I'm just making a plan, right? But Apple's only 1 billion% into the air. So does it mean that it has to come down? No, doesn't have to. But golly, that is a channel and a quarter right there. And 177 makes a whole lot of sense. Shoot, 155 makes a whole lot of sense. That's where I'm going to look. This is where I'll be putting some money on it. 155, I am a buyer all day long at 155. Will it actually get there? No clue. SPY, are we bouncing yet? Are we trying to at least? That is a strong close. Holy cow. Normally in this market, shave bottom, I know that's not a shave bottom close, but the shave bottoms tend to be the reversal. So just something to pay attention to, right? We had a strong close here and then bounced up. Just kind of messed with everyone. That would have been a monstrous trade. I bought those at 50 cents. They're currently at $1.55 for those 451 puts. It's 200%. Bummer. But we saw that trap, right? All the bulls loaded in. I got out of bears because like that's what we do. And it just smacked everyone in the face. All those bulls just got wrecked. Whew. All right. What trades are we looking at? What trades are we in? We've been buying lots of puts on Qs and SPY. In fact, I took profits on my Q puts today. Took some profits on my Q puts. They expired in like 2 weeks, so I wasn't going to be hanging on to those for too much longer. And they made 109% return. So I'm happy with that. Take my profits and move on. We're about to hit a very significant support, but getting through the 20 EMA, I mean, that has been the holding spot all year on everything. Like, when's the last time we've even closed below the 20 EMA? Was back in May, and even that was like 2 seconds and it took off. So what a run on the Qs, man. Now we've kind of got this little, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and mark this up. Oh, I already did. Oh, I already did. So closing below the daily trend is a huge deal. Now what we're probably going to do is this thing is going to bounce, and it's probably going to rampage up to this gap fill, which is what I also think Apple's going to do. That's interesting. That is so interesting. Look at this gap fill. I think we're going to come up to it. We're going to hit the top of this trend line. There's my next short. There it is. Ooh, boy, I am excited on that. Oops, sorry, I pressed the wrong thing. I need to press that. Amazing short. Location. Right there. It's the exact same play as Apple, which is pretty funny. Is that a coincidence, or is that how it's going to play out? We're going to come back, and we might be going down for a while, by the way. I think we've got a little bit more to go. Look for some sort of reversal down here at 371, bounce back up. Probably a pretty strong bounce because the buy the dippers are insane. Play this one more time up through here, and then probably that's going to take us down some. We could still go to the moon from here, by the way. It's possible. So we could be going to all-time highs. This type of sorry, trying to get this thing off. This type of price action normally is building liquidity for a move higher. So it doesn't have to. And if we start taking this thing out, then it's done. It's like, well, just kidding. So this little bottom trend is going to be a very important thing to keep an eye out for. The bulls should be stepping in somewhere around this level. I think we got a little bit lower to go, 372. But man, if tomorrow we like gap below this and close below it, it's a goner. Let's check on SPY real fast. SPY, on the other hand, it's just a straight V top. I mean, straight up, just trap city. No one's expecting it. Full out bull, gap down and getting hammered below the 20 EMA. This is not necessarily putting in the same pattern as the Qs. And we've got a million gaps open on SPY that this could start heading to. So that's my 2 cents on SPY and Qs. Let's go back and take a look. Hey, wouldn't you know? Near shaved bottom reversal. How about that? Checking out on NVIDIA. If the bears are strong, NVIDIA will short right there. If the bears are strong, that's what it's going to do. If not, it's coming all the way back up to this resistance. But you got your 1R target. Where is this thing going to get to? Kind of this retest through here makes sense. 2 cents on DIA. Of course. I'm excited for Apple, man. I've been waiting for this channel to break for like 6 months. Okay. 2 cents on DIA. Dow Jones. This is a strong breakout. Strong breakout. So it's still very, very high. It needs to come back down to like 346 area. When we get back down through here, you can even see here. I'll draw this. See this little trend line coming through here? I mean, you could do both that or this. Yeah, just pick one, I guess. So probably coming back to this trend line, and then your bulls are going to come back in and probably take it up to 372. That's what I think that's going to be happening here on DIA. I still think that there is a chance that the buy the dippers really come into force. But for me, I don't really want to buy too much of a dip until we're down to the 20 EMA on a weekly. So that would be, on this guy, it'd be perfectly matching up with this like 340 mark, 346, somewhere in here. And that I think makes total sense. Why is it? There we go. Doing that. Me too. Wow, that was a good. So there's the plan right there. There's your buy. Really nice inverted head and shoulders. If we were to measure this guy, let's see if this makes sense. If we were to measure this guy and then we take it out and we come on up to here, that's where it's going. It's barely going to poke its head up above that new all-time high. Does it make sense? Sure. Well, it might not happen. Sure. But I think this is a good case for a nice bull move. Cool. What are their tickers? Let's find some together. This is a great setup. Do you think the downgrade of our credit rating will have a significant negative impact on the stock market for a period of time, or will it quickly be forgotten? No, this is going to be pretty significant, I think. It doesn't mean that we can't rally higher over the next few months. I still think we can go to all-time highs with it, but it's a pretty significant deal. I mean, the chips are kind of falling into place here. Right. Things are there's trouble on the horizon. You don't just get a downgrade. How far is this? This is only a couple percent down. Okay. There, DIA. I think this is a home run trade though. And if not, you'll know you're wrong pretty quick. So that's a good play. On GPS, do I see an inverted head and shoulders? Yeah, I do. That looks good. We've got to get a close above this neckline. The neckline in my book would be right here. And we tried to today, and it's kind of failing. So it is, I mean, we're building a little base here. There's no doubt. This is a nice place to be buying this. Gap, is this the clothing company? Yeah. Let's find out. Let's look at a bigger picture here. It can't really go much lower than this. If it does, it's gone. So, $9.60, like that is a line in the sand. Let's see what this looks like. $9.60 right there. Based on the long-term time frames, this support cannot be broken, and it's right at the gap fill. Let's see if the bulls step in and get going. Earnings are coming up that might destroy this company. I'm not sure, even though last earnings they did better on. The markets liked it. Revenue's a little light, but yeah, Greg, I'm pretty sure these are posted on YouTube every day. I'm not certain. So I'll tell you what, email support at Real Life Trading and write the exact same message to them, and they'll make sure that you have it. So yeah, Luke, it's like, if you, yeah, no problem. If you come back in, here's a free t-shirt, right? Like you have all these coupons every time you buy stuff, they give you coupons. I mean, it's not a bad idea to keep you coming back. These coupons expire in a month, right? And you get a buy one, get one, something. AAL. AAL, man, this looks like a nasty head and shoulders. Oh. American Airlines. Let's get an idea of what this is trying to do. Weekly chart, strong close, lots of bear candles in a row. Weekly looks a lot more bullish. These are all old trades. Weekly looks a lot more bullish. Monthly. Monthly. Did we just break out of a little pennant pattern? Are my eyes deceiving me? Maybe. We did. We just broke bullish out of this thing. So AAL should be pretty bullish from here. Well, I'll be. Interesting. Where do I think this could come back to? Like it could retest. I like to call this just like the V, right? The V pocket right there. This is the best place to be buying. I'm going to put an alert here. I think this could be a great place. The daily chart looks like it's got lower to go. The weekly chart looks bullish. So could we be coming back down and through here? Do we have any like open gaps anywhere? You see any gaps right here? I think we're trying to fill that one right now. Wells Fargo, I'm already done with you. That was a credit spread I just got out of today. Hallelujah. Done with that one. Happy to be done with that one. So I've got an open gap there. Do we have anything else? That's already been filled. That's been filled. That's been filled. I think that's pretty much it as far as I can tell. So do we have lower to go? Possibly. It might be going up bullish a little bit more first, and then maybe one more rotation down. How big of a move would that be? That's probably about right. That's what I think the markets are going to do. I think the markets have about a 10 to 15% pushback, push lower, and then they should get bought up and go. But man, this is a great buying up opportunity here. I'm putting an alert on this trend line. Could it be possible that this move's already happened? It's very possible, but if we go to a monthly, I'm pretty sure, holy cow, my friends, we've got to go up and measure that from the top down to the bottom. We've got a lot more to go. If it wants to, we have not hit the target yet on this thing. So I like it. I'm going to keep a close eye on this guy. Maybe give me a little pullback here over the next month or two. August usually, whenever the markets are extremely high and this stock has got room to go, the markets start pulling back. This might drag it with it. Maybe not. Maybe this just takes off and leaves without me. That happens all the time. AKA NVIDIA today. All right, let's check on NVIDIA. Oh my goodness gracious. What a V bottom out of here. And then SPY's probably, yep, SPY's gonna be rampaging. A lot of shorts getting out. Like I said, this had a pennant pattern earlier. I'm trying to remember. Let me turn the lines back on. Trying to remember where, no, I'm sorry, it was a head and shoulders pattern. That was the expected move. You can see my little thing right there. That was the expected move for it. We went there, went just past it, and then everyone took their profits. That's where I would have been out. So now we wait and see what happens here. Do we close above that 20 EMA? It's trying to. 10 minutes left. This is going to be a big deal. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but closing above or below the 20 EMA is pretty important. You close below it doesn't mean it can't bounce, but a lot of people pay attention to that. Yeah, Wes, that was me on Monday. Just kind of a frustrating day. And then today, 3-4 times more than what I lost on Monday. So you just stick in the game. Do your best. You stick to your plan. It will all work out. This yellow line I'm trying to match up here with the 20 EMA. What is that thing at? 450.38. It moves all the time. So we're back below it. Again, will this sell off? This is where your bear should be at. Fantastic move. I'm just so bummed I got stopped out on that. It was for a win. I wasn't going to let this go green to red, but I made $300 on it and would have been 2,000. Live, play another day. One of the most important things. So again, I coach one-on-one for about 2,000 hours a year. I do a lot of coaching. I trade full time. This is what I do to pay my bills, is trade. And for a passion of mine, I love helping people. That's why I'm here. So a few little tips that I can leave you before we bounce out. I got 10 minutes. Okay. I think I'll be back on the mic tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. So it's not the end of the. Okay, good. I'll be on the mic Thursday and Friday. So you can check the calendar on it and get the schedule. But if I can leave you just with a. Dude, me too. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Wes, me too. I've had a really good, the first 3 months of the year got destroyed, right? I was probably down 20% of my trading account. Got pretty good drawdown. The last couple months have been really good. So far, August has been really good over the last 2 days, but stick in it. The number one thing I can leave you all with is everyone tries to make money through a strategy. Okay. A strategy is just the tool to make your money. It's not, it has to be applied at the right time. Okay. You could have a hammer strategy. Like this is a hammer right here. This is a terrible time to be going long. So right here is a hammer if it closes like that. This is a terrible time to be going long, right? Why? Because we've already made a huge move up. You want hammers at the bottom. It's a big difference between this hammer and that hammer. Well, where was that one that I just had? Right there. Big difference between those two, right? So we want to make sure that we understand, first off, how to read these markets. Why were we even looking bearish? Why was I even in puts over here? Understanding how the markets move. The most important thing that you can learn on one of the most important things you can learn on your journey of trading is not the strategy. People are like, let me have a strategy that will show me and tell me when to go bullish or bearish. It's like, no, price action does. If you want to be consistent, and by the way, nothing is like 100%, right? I trade price action, and yet the first 3 months of this year sucked because the markets can trap, right? Just like right here, the price action said go bullish, and then it trapped and went down. Nothing is perfect, right? But understand how the markets move is so crucial to knowing, like right now, trying to go long right now is a terrible idea. Could it work? Sure. But over 100 trades, you're not going to make any money getting in after 5 bull candles in a row. It's not going to happen. Try it. Back trade it. Over 100 trades, you're not making any money. It's going to be very, very hard to. This would be the place to look to short, in my opinion. We've shorted off of this red line. This is probably about where the bears are going to step back in and try to push it down if it's going to. Now, in the last 10 minutes of the day, price action is funky. It doesn't really matter, right? That's why I don't trade the last 10 minutes of the day. Now, there are trade strategies that do, but you've got to figure out what works for you and understand how to read these markets. The second thing is you've got to understand how the game is played. The game of trading. What most people do is they try not to lose on trades and they try to win on trades. Well, the problem with that is that your emotions freak out. You want something really badly to happen and you really don't want the other side of that thing to happen. So as soon as you get a bull candle, you're like, yes, it's going up, I'm making money. And then you get a bear candle, you're like, oh my gosh, should I just get out of the trade? And then it just whips you to death. And instead of just letting the trade work, you're so scared of losing that you screw up the trade. I've run into this with so many people. You have to just play the game. Playing the game is have an edge. My edge is price action. Price action is saying this is where I want to go short instead of long. If it comes up above that, I get stopped out. If I get stopped out, I'll lose, let's say you lose $100. If it comes down to here, you'll make $200 or $300. Ideally, that's kind of, I like the 3 to 4 ones, right? You're gonna make $300. So from here to here, you lose $100. From here to here, you're making 300. The math is all that matters. By the way, this short looks like it could be going okay. We'll see if it actually works. The math is all that matters. So who cares? If you take a trade and you're like, look, if I lose on this trade, as long as I lose small, I win. Like, I'm good. And if I take a trade and the trade gives me an opportunity to win, let it win big. It does you no good to take a $50 profit right there when you're risking $100. It does nothing. In fact, on a trade that you needed to win on, you need to win $300 in order to be successful, because every trade that you lose, you're losing $100. That's the only mathematical way for you to be successful in trading, is to, when you do win, win big. When you do lose, lose small, right? So don't let yourself get caught up in the garbage of, I'm so scared to lose. No, you should be scared to lose big. And you should be even more scared to win small. Okay. So keep yourself in that focused. Your job as a trader is not to be correct. Your job as a trader is to see an edge. And if that edge is wrong, you lose small. If that edge is correct, you let it win as big as you can. And over 100 trades, you're successful. It takes all the stress out of trading. You don't have to worry about being perfect. You don't have to overanalyze everything. You don't have to stress about all of this stuff, right? This is what no one will tell you, because they just want to sell you strategies. My friends, I have strategies for sale and they're freaking amazing. But unless you know how to trade, and I talk about this at the start of every one of my strategies, unless you know how to trade, unless you know how to apply it, unless you know what to do to win big and to lose small, you're never going to be successful. And that's why I can go out here and teach you any strategy that I want, and you'll never be able to turn a profit when other people can. It's because there's more to it than just the strategy. There is applying the strategy at the right time, and it's also accepting the loss, letting the strategy work. Most people step in the way, and the strategy is saying, get out here or get out here, and they get out right there. That's not what the strategy said. The strategy said, get out when it hits here or get out when it hits here. And instead, what do? Oh, it's kind of looking bullish. I don't think it's going to go down. I'm just going to go ahead and take my $100 win. Woo, I made $100. I'm the smartest person in the world. Look at me. I'm so successful. I made $100. Making $100 does nothing if you're risking $300. Like, you're not successful. You're a failure as a trader. Green does not mean success, and red does not mean failure. And if you can learn that lesson right there, you will stay in the game long enough to actually learn how to trade, how to make profits consistently, and stay in the game to change your life. Because no matter what, you are going to have a really rough patch. No matter what. It doesn't matter if it happens in the first 6 months of trading or within 20 years of trading. You are going to have a rough patch where no matter what you touch sucks. And if you are basing yourself on, my success is me winning on trades, you're going to completely doubt everything. You're going to then throw everything out the window. You're going to try new things you've never done before, and you're just going to lose even more money. Okay. So that is my parting little advice. I've had enough time just trying to think of something else.
Tony,
But
you're just awesome. You really
Tracy,
are.
I learned everything from Tracy, my friend. So
Yeah.
that's all you need to know. But
Ranting Tony. We need to change your name.
just ranting Tony. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to get on too much of a rant last time. So I wanted to make sure today, before I passed it off, that I get in a quick little rant. So yeah, trading is a tough game, but people make it really hard on themselves by just playing the wrong game. And if you can at least set yourself up on the right path, it's going to be a hard one, right? It's going to be uphill both ways, but you at least know you're on the right path and you will make money in the long run. So I wish I had had that information starting out when I was going, because I spent years trying not to lose on trades, and I lost a lot of money doing it. So cool. Let's see.
Whenever
How
you're
did you-
ready.
Okay. Techno asked a question earlier that I forgot to get to, and I think that's it. Real life prop firm is is it functional, and how do you become a prop trader? Tracy, you can answer that, or I can kick it off to
Yeah,
you.
I can
whatever
answer
you
it.
want.
Yeah,
Okay,
whatever you
cool.
want. So
I'll get you
absolutely.
going on this.